Right, I am back home from Carry On Crafting, and it's about high time that I actually let you know what I got up to and what I managed to purchase and make on the weekend. Now, it's actually been a couple of weeks because I've not been well since. I'm still coughing, but we are on the mend, and I wanted to actually show you what I've got. So I actually took quite a few projects with me to work on. I think I worked on 2 of them. So one being the HoHoHo cow. I think I only put a couple of rows into that. I think I've put a couple of rows into it since though. So this is not like, it's not a true representation of what I did. But from the podcast, I mentioned that I had put in stitch markers, and I think I was only 4 rows in or something from the podcast. So I've put in a few more rows onto this one. So that's been worked up. I think I did actually only put in 2 rows, maybe 4 at a push. I needed something quite easy to work on, and this requires a pattern to sit in front of me, so it's not ideal when you've only got like a little camping chair. But it's been living in my little grey girl bag. So that's project 1. The other project was living in my woolage project bag, which I got last month or the month before. And this is a granny shawl using a rainbow cake. And I think I have actually now cut the yarn, and I'll explain why in a second. So I started this on the Thursday before we went to Carry On Crafting, and I was doing this on the bus when we went to the zoo with the school. But I think I was in the green before I went, so I think I've done this much since. I haven't actually touched it since I came back from Carry On Crafting. What I have done though, I did stop and cut the yarn when I hit the green, purely because there was a knot in it which joined it to the next colour in its colour wheel, but it was an incorrect colour for the graduation, the rainbow effect. So I cut it and then wound off. Let me just try and show you, that might be easier. So this is what I wound off, because the next colour was orange attached to, was it orange? I don't remember. Anyway, there is yellow in there somewhere as well. So I wound this off purely because there was a knot in it anyway, like a factory knot, and it wasn't in the correct sequence of colours. That's the correct word. It wasn't in the correct sequence of colours. So I've wound this off, and the next bit is the same colours but in a slightly better order. So I have got the yellow into the orange, and what I'm thinking what I will end up doing is rewind this so it's the right way around, because it's currently backwards to this, and depending on how far the yellow goes, I might then use the yellow from this and then go back to the orange and then the orange, and just use up the colour in the correct order. None of that makes any sense, does it? Anyway, I rejoined and finished off the green because I had maybe half a side left, because I mean the join is here. So I didn't quite have one whole row of the green, so that's why I've rejoined. And then obviously once you get to the other end, you've got more green. So yeah, anyway, it's now working better for me anyway. So that's where we're at with that. And what we're going to do is just keep going until I run out of this cake, and then I have another cake to add to it, which I'm hoping I can then either reverse or reflect like the same pattern of colour. Don't know yet. We will see. That's quite a quote here, isn't it? We will see. But yes, it's grown quite a lot. It doesn't take very long to do a row either. It's very easy to do. This is the Annaboo's house pattern It is called, I think it's called the Simple Granny Shawl or Basic Granny Shawl, one of the two. But I will put all details down below for you. So yes, that is growing nicely. And it was something I could do in the evening with very little light. Hence why that got a lot more work on than the HoHoHo. So I'm working that up in a 4mm hook, same as the HoHoHo. So for the weekend, I had my crochet dress that I made, and I've got pictures of that for you as well. And I wore my flower headband too, which is a pattern by Bex of the Pigeon's Nest, which is really good. I love that. And we got so many compliments on our flower headbands as well, and I had so many compliments on my dress too. I felt a little bit embarrassed because so many people were commenting on it, but it was just really nice to have a huge community there of people like just really engaged in crafts and happy, and it was just a really good weekend and really good food. Honestly, yum. I really loved the food. So a little bit about the weekend. So I stayed with friends. We camped. We had Kitey of the Yarn Whisperer and Bex of the Pigeon's Nest with us. So we were in the vendors pitch with our tents, but we helped them set up. So we helped them lug everything from the van to their spot, and then lugged it all back in the evening and again in the next day. So we were their little runarounds. But it was really good. It was really fun. We had the Stitch and Bitch corner, which was lovely, and it was just a nice place to sit down and just crochet or knit and just chat when we needed a break. And it was good. There was so many classes going on as well that we actually lost track of Jules for quite a while on the Saturday, because we forgot that she was in a mug making workshop, and we'd gone off and wandered around and had a look at everything and spent money. Yeah, and then on Sunday, myself, Laura and her mum Vicky, we went to a basket making workshop, which was really good. It took 4 hours though, but we all came away with something. And the lady who ran it, Danush, she was really surprised that we all made quite large projects as well. Normally they only make small baskets, but I think we were all very much determined to get as much out of it as we could. So I'm going to show you my basket first. Now, it has obviously long dried, but I still have the string in it that I need to cut out. And I'll explain why there's string in it in the first place. So this is my basket. It's a nice big round basket, but it fans out. I hadn't planned on it fanning out. I'd planned on it being more curved upwards, but I think where I was working not at a table, because I tried to get out of everybody's way with all the big pieces of, what's it called? What is this wood? It's not willow. Rattan. Is rattan wood. Yes, so I got the base is quite nice. I really like the base bit, and then when I got to the beads, I wanted it to try and straighten up, but it didn't. I think it's because I was holding it like this, and obviously that's pulling out the sides, whereas if I'd been on a table, I would have been able to push it against the table and keep it flat. But there we go. Anyway, so I have added beads, and the reason I have the string in it is because I wanted to make sure that these bits stayed down with the pressure of the bead, and I got this nice curve up and down. So the string is there to hold the down bits in place. So I need to cut those off, and now that it's dry, it should stay without the string. So that is the plan anyway. I'm going to cut those off. And what I wanted to do is, when I got like closer to the top, I was like, I don't really want it as a finished edge. I wanted to be able to utilize the rattan and create a nice decoration. So I have simply pushed them all into the next one to add some loops at the top, and it just reminds me of baskets that I've seen at like my nan's or my aunt's in Mallorca. So yeah, I did have to put extra pieces in because it was getting quite wide between the weaving. So there are extra pieces, which is why I've got quite a lot of loops at the top. But yes, I'm very pleased with it, and I would most definitely make another one, but I feel like I need to make it squarer. So this is my basket. Look at it, so neat and tidy. I love it. I'm not sure what is going to go in it. I want to be able to put yarn in it, so I need to be able to put like a fabric lining or something, or just a piece of felt to stop any of the, where are they? I've got bits of loose bits of wood in here that I don't want them to snag the yarn. So yeah, I'm going to put something inside it, and then that is what is going to be used for a yarn basket. Now I feel like I was very restrained with what I bought. I took a certain amount of money with me, knowing that I couldn't use my card because there's no money on it, and everything I bought fits in this, including this. So this is one of the first things I bought. It is a little box. Now I do make these, but I couldn't resist this cute little watermelon applique on it, so yeah, I bought a little basket, and it will be used as a yarn bowl as well, because I think it's really cute, and that's what I use some of my boxes for. So it's just got stuff inside. So I've just lowered the camera because it was a little bit high for me, and we're going to have a look at everything that I got. And actually this was on sale. I think this was like half price. It was reduced. So yeah, I got that one. So I also have this. Now, we were going to walk around the whole show before we went back and bought stuff, but this was the only one on the shelf, and because it had a panda on it, I was like, I need that now. So this is actually the first thing I bought. And everything that I bought afterwards, other than the box, fits in this box. So it's a nice notions tin. So it's going to have things like scissors in it and different bits and bobs. I don't think my crochet hooks will fit in it. It's not quite long enough, but I can get other bits in here. So that's what that's going to be used for. I might also put a magnet inside so that it holds on to things like darning needles and keeps them safe and tidy. So when I bought the box, this box, there was also some really cute cross stitch kits in match boxes, and I just thought they are absolutely adorable. So they are teeny tiny cross stitches that fit into a matchbox. So I have this one and this one. Okay, so let's open this one up first. It has the thread in it, it has the pattern in it, it has a needle and fabric, and it's all just bundled up really cute into this little box. Now this one is for a rainbow. Just a very simple rainbow. I'm going to quickly... Rainbow. So it's a little mini rainbow. And I thought there was only one rainbow kit. I thought they were hearts because Laura picked up one and it was a heart shape, not a rainbow. So we'd bought, it wasn't until afterwards that we looked at them and realised they were different. So this is the heart one, because Laura has given me the leftovers from hers, so that I can make the heart one, because that's what I thought it was. But yeah, so I have that one, and then the other one is the Space Invaders. So again, it has all your floss in there, your fabric and needle, and then this one actually has a pattern for each of the little aliens. So you have 3. So it's a long strip rather than a square. And we were going to, we'd had this plan to cross stitch them on the Saturday evening and then go back in the morning and make them into badges. But we weren't sure if the fabric would fit into the badge maker. The heart only just fit the badge size, and we didn't want to ruin them. But I also didn't manage to do mine anyway. Laura did manage to sew hers, but I didn't. So I do have the heart one as well. So I have 3. One is an empty kit, but it has the pattern in it. So that is that. I don't actually remember what the stall holder's name was. This one says A Girl in Her Shed. This is what the storage bin was from. So they're from the same place, and they don't. Yeah, it just says Marvelin Bros Limited on the back, so I believe they might be bought in. Yeah, so I'm going to work those up. And talking of badges, now I have one missing. I need to go grab it because it's on my cardigan that I wore. But we did spend Saturday morning making badges. I made 4 badges because I couldn't decide after I'd made all my prints which one I liked best. So I made all 4 of them. So this is the last one I did, which is a mushroom. And we used distressing ink to make the backgrounds and then stamped over the top. And then we have this one as well to make our little images. And I'm just going to go grab the 4th one. Right, so this is the last one. So I have 2 that have got crochet on. One has a teacup and one has a mushroom. So I had 4 slightly different ones. But yes, we did find out actually because Julia then went and bought one of the little cross stitch kits, and she made a fab lolly, which was so cute. So like a little ice cream, and she went and got hers done as a badge on Sunday. So yeah, I feel like we should have done it, but now I just need to buy a badge maker, and now I want to make all the badges. So yes, I made badges. So the next thing I did was go to, obviously, the Yarn Whisperer, Quitey, because we were helping him out, and basically went through all of his stitch markers because he had the tarot card ones, which were really pretty, which he'd advertised prior to that. So I went and got one of everything. But I also realised I didn't have a badge. So I now have a Yarn Whisperer badge, which needs to go on my project bag. So I am now a very big fan. I have been a fan for a while, but yes. So this may take some time because I have quite a few. Yeah, I'm not very good at deciding clearly. So I have all of the tarot stitch markers. These are not going to show up on here at all because they are metallic, but I will take a photo to show you. So there are 6 of these, all different ones. I'm hoping the others that I've bought will show up. And there's number 6. One is the sun. I think one is the Wheel of Fortune. I don't remember. Yep. The Lovers, the Star, the World, and I think the other one is the Moon. Yep, La Luna. And because they're this really lovely, like, metallic colour, I also found a feather that kind of matches. It's the same colours. So we have that one. I then picked up a daisy because I had my daisy headband. So that's kind of like a reminder for the weekend, which I thought was really cute. And then these are the ones that are all like handmade or laser cut by Kitey. So I have a Yarn Whisperer one because I thought that was really cute. So that can go on my Yarn Whisperer project, which I haven't yet caked up, but it's in a bag at least. It's ready to go. And then I have the Naughty Step for any that cause me issues and need to go on the Naughty Step for a little while. And then I've picked up some of the space ones. Now one of these doesn't have a clasp on it, but that's fine. I can add one to it. So I have 2 stars. I also have a spaceship, and a planet. And that is everything I got from Kitey. So what I also did was then get, I've got things missing, but I don't know what I've done with them. I'll have to have a think because I'm sure I got something from Bex as well. Yes, I got stickers. Where are my stickers? Are they in here? Yes, I found them. I have stickers. I bought stickers. So I have Crocheter and Proud I also have so much yarn, so little time. And then just because I thought it was cute, I have a giant yarn ball. So these are from the Pigeon's Nest. And I just think they're really cute. So they're going to go on something special. And then at the end of the day, end of Sunday, I realised I hadn't picked up any of the pencils that she now stocks. So I picked up two. One says I practice stitchcraft and the other one says shh, I'm counting. So I have a black pencil and a yellow pencil. And I'm just waiting for a couple more designs, I think, to come through so I can get one in pink and one in blue. So I have one of everything. But yes, they were like a little gift to all of us from the weekend for helping out, which is really cute. So thank you. What else do I have? I have some crochet hooks. So this is a really cool store. I really like this store. So they are a laser cutter or laser engraver company called Lorette Crafts UK. Let's do that. There we go. That's their details. And they have laser engraved different crochet hooks. So these are all 4mm because we know I love a 4mm hook. But they all have different things on. So this one says, can't talk, I'm counting. This one says crochet every day. Then we have crochet addict. And finally, happy hooker. And they all have a yarn ball with a heart at the other end as well. So I have 4 crochet hooks, which I absolutely love. And if you bought something from them, they were giving away a freebie as well. So I've just shown you the card, but it is a stitch marker with a little camper van and it says carry on crafting, which is just brilliant. And it has 2023 in the middle as well on the door. So it was the perfect little memento for the weekend for this year. So yeah, I love it. It's so cute. So that will also go onto a project. Yeah. Last thing then, and these are a bit rude. So if you're not into rude things, please look away. I mean, I've already said the word because of the Stitch Lounge. But yes, so I have a little bag. And I've actually bought these for friends. So I think we've got one each. There should be enough for one each. And they are from Buttoned Up. She makes ceramic buttons and little dishes and things like that. And yeah, she had a whole dish of different phrases on and was then given a whole list by other people of more to make for next time. So let me see what I've got. Yeah, so I have 6 that all say the same thing. I have this one that says balls. Now, I say balls a lot. And it's also relevant in terms of crochet and knitting because we use yarn balls. So, yeah, I have balls. This one because we all say it to each other at the yarn shop, me and my friends, and we just find it funny. So we have this one. I'm hoping you can read them properly. And then the last one, which I have 6 of, because I have all of the different colours, is this one. So I have it in the black, bright green, red, which I think is going to be my one, dark green, purple, and blue. And it's purely because this has become a word that we use of endearment for each other at the shop. So everyone's going to get one of those. Now, normally when I go away, I bring back stitch markers for them. But I didn't bring back stitch markers this time. I brought back ceramic buttons with swear words on. So yeah. But I love them. I think they're really clever. And there was a couple of others that she did have at like the beginning of Saturday, which she'd sold out of. So I should have gone and got them earlier. but I'm sure I'll find new ones when I next see them. So yeah, they are quite clever. But yes, so if you're waiting for the coast to be clear so that I can stop swearing, they are now in the bag, and I will hand those out tomorrow when I see everybody. I haven't handed them out already because I was waiting to film and I've been ill, so it's been a while. Now, as I was saying earlier, I said that my crochet hooks wouldn't fit in this tin, but these ones did. So yeah, maybe my crochet hooks will. We'll see. But yeah, that is everything that I purchased that weekend, and we had a really good time. So on the Saturday night, Laura cooked us a really nice veggie pasta, which was delicious and really did fill us all up. For breakfast though, I'd had crepes. I'd had lotus and biscoff crepes in the morning for Saturday's breakfast. I can't remember what we did for lunch on Saturday. Oh, it had rained Saturday, so we were all undercover. I'd had loaded fries. So I'd had chips with bacon bits and cheese and then chilli sauce on top. So that was really nice. And bumped into a couple of friends as well that had come up because they'd seen me post at 6 o'clock in the morning because I was awake. And yeah, I mean, despite the fact that I haven't camped in 20 odd years, I had a really good time and I actually got a decent night's sleep. Particularly on the Saturday night. Friday night, not so much. I obviously haven't camped for a while and my body was not used to it. But I also kept needing the toilet. So I think I woke up at 5 and it was already light out. So when I went back to the tent, I was like, I'm not going to get back to sleep. So I just stayed awake. So I was awake for quite a long time Saturday. And I think that's probably why I slept really well Saturday night. But yeah, so I left on Sunday. We made our baskets in the morning and then continued looking around and did quite a bit of crochet in the afternoon. We had bagels for lunch. I think, what did I have for breakfast Sunday? I had a sausage and egg. No, I had a breakfast baguette from one of the food vendors on Sunday morning, which was one of the best baguettes breakfasts I've had. So we had sausage, bacon and egg in a baguette. So like a baguette. Like a sub. And yeah, oh my god, I was full pretty much all day. So I had bagels at lunchtime, just bits that we'd brought with us. And then we had pasta on Friday night. It was chilli Saturday night. Can't remember what I had to eat on Sunday. I think I had just gone and got a sausage and egg sandwich, I think it was, from the same vendor I got breakfast with. So, and I think we had Carry On Camping was on so that the vendors could all break down their stalls and pack everything up, and it meant that anyone who was camping wasn't then interfering, so that everyone sat down and watched Carry On Camping. And then they followed that with Footloose so that the vendors could then come and sit and watch to finish off the evening. And I was going to see I was waiting to see what the traffic was like before I then headed home, because trying to get from the M25 home can be quite busy. So I put it off as long as possible, and if the traffic was still bad, like at just gone 7, I was going to get myself another crepe, sit around for another half an hour and eat it, and then head home. But the traffic was good, so I decided to head out, and yeah, made really good time getting home, so that's really good. And I have already booked for next year. So within a few days of the event closing for the weekend, they announced next year's date, which is later on in the month. It is around the 20th, so it's around now. Yeah, everyone in our group has already booked for next year with camping, and I mean, it's so cheap. We worked it out that for 3 people to share a pitch, because the pitch is huge. It's 10 by 6, I think. So you can get 2 tents on it. I mean, Bex and Katie managed to get a 2-man tent and a caravan and an enterprise van on one pitch. So they are quite large. So we've got 3 people sharing a pitch next year. That's 2 tents and 2 cars. I mean, even if the cars don't fit, there's still a car park that we can put the car in. So it's not too bad. That makes it a lot easier for us. And next year my car will not be half full with stuff I should have left at work. Yeah, so yeah, we're already booked. So I think in all, for the pitch and an extra day ticket, because you get 2 weekend tickets with a camping pitch. So for the pitch and a weekend ticket, it works out £27 something each, which is nothing for camping. So yeah, we're going again next year. Already booked up, already in the diary, ready for it. Yeah, so I'm really excited already, and it's a year away now. So yeah, so if you want to join us, you have to be quick, because there's not many camping spots left, but you can still buy day tickets and weekend tickets if you wanted to come for both days. And yeah, it's just a really good atmosphere as well. Everyone was so lovely. Everyone was complimentary of everybody. There was so much going on. There's loads of different classes, loads of different vendors. There was entertainment, there was singing, there was dancing. Yeah, it's just a really good weekend. And I'm so glad that Laura has invited us this year to join her and to go again next year. So yeah, it's a really, really good weekend. We had such a good time, and I highly recommend it. It was only in its 2nd year this year. Last year was its first ever year, and it has got bigger since last year. So it can only get bigger. Definitely go onto the website. I'll put all the details down below for you. And if you do decide to join us, please let me know, and I look forward to seeing you all there. So without further ado, I will leave it there, and I'll see you all again later. Take care.